What is going on, everyone? How's your day going? It's a nice, well, it's still Sunday morning where I live. It's 11 o'clock. I'm sure it's for some of you guys. It's it's afternoon. So how's your day going so far? With this being a Sunday, so I just wanted to do a brief live stream here because mainly I just wanted to give my thoughts on what has happened this past week. So let me just and I wanted to share my thoughts on what happened with my team, the Portland Trailblazers, and with the direction that they're going. So, what I want to do is just bring up this what I came across on. Let's see, it was on Wednesday. This happened, and it just blew me away. I was on my break. I was just looking at things on on my phone. I was checking out YouTube, and then I saw um, some breaking news that totally blew me away. And so when I went home, I had to read this, and so this is what happened. So back on Wednesday, this was reported that Damian Lillard was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, and that just totally. I had to look at this article when I got home from work. This was according to Adrian Wojnarowski, who works as a beat writer at ESPN. It says Lillard goes to Milwaukee as part of a three-team deal with Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tumani Kamara, a 29 protected Milwaukee first, and an unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 2028 and 2030 to the Blazers. Phoenix lands Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. And so that just totally blew me away that Blazers are really, they're building for the future. According to here, it says the Blazers give up a massive haul in a three-team blockbuster trade, sending Lillard to the Bucks and Yusuf Nurkic, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson to the Phoenix Suns. So that basically they're just repeating what was on the Twitter account of Adrian's tweet. It says, after a long summer where Lillard asked to be traded and preferred to go to the Miami Heat, the Blazers chose not to honor that request. However, Lillard can't be too unhappy. Let's see, let's try this again. However, Lillard can't be too unhappy, considering he'll team up with Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, and the Bucks, who finished with the league's top record last year before being upset in the first-round playoffs by the Heat. And so that was what happened basically on Wednesday. And so that just absolutely, let's see. So that's just really blew me away. That's just, here it is. Damian Lillard is going to be a Milwaukee Bucks. So now if you're a fan of the Milwaukee Bucks, congratulations, because you're getting one heck of a player. You're getting a great individual who knows how to play the game. He can shoot the ball from anywhere, and I'll get to that here shortly. And with him and with Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm going to just call him Giannis because his last name is so hard to pronounce. But they call him the Greek Freak in Milwaukee, and he is a beast. He's a great big man who can not only, be athletic around the rim, but he can also shoot from long distance as well. But he won't have to worry about that too much because with him and with his inside play and with Lillard's outside play, this is going to be a dynamic duo, and this is just going to be some. Um, this really makes Milwaukee a top contender to win the title next year. Now, have to admit, because this actually takes me um, back to the mid '90s. Clyde Drexler was one of the main catalysts for the Blazers in the early '90s when they were top contenders for the title. They did go to the finals back in uh, 2 out of 3 years. They lost to Detroit. They made it to the finals with a better record, uh, but they had a hiccup in the Western Conference Finals against. I hate the Lakers. Don't get me started on them. It's like that's one team I absolutely, probably the team I hate the most of all sports. Sorry, Laker fans, but that's just how I feel about your fakers because they're a bunch of flakes. But and then they played it back in '92 against the Bulls and Jordan, and so that was just Clyde Drexler after their championship run. A couple years later, Portland wanted to make some changes. They got a new coach, and Clyde was not liking the direction that the organization was taking, so he requested a trade, and they complied with him. They traded Clyde Drexler to Houston. Now, the season before, Houston had already won a championship, and so Houston getting Clyde Drexler made them even more lethal, and they won with Clyde Drexler that following year. So this could happen again with Damian Lillard in Milwaukee. There's a good chance that they have the pieces to win a title next year in Milwaukee. So don't be surprised if that happens. I'm hoping that it happens. I would like to see Damian get a ring. Just as it was with Clyde, Damian wanted to, have his entire career in Portland. He wanted to win a ring as a Trailblazer, and unfortunately, they just could not make it work. Now, I think it was back in, I believe, 2017, if I remember. They something like that, somewhere around that line. They made it to the Western Conference Finals, but they lost to Golden State, which they eventually won the title. But one of those things where, that was probably the extent of where it went. And so, again, Damian is going to be is a Milwaukee Buck. As a matter of fact, I just saw a video this morning, earlier in the day, that on his arrival, let me see. Let me see if I can find that. Here it is. Okay, so let me go ahead and okay, Damian Lillard is welcomed by the Milwaukee Bucks crowd. So this is what was posted this morning. And I'm going to mute this for copyright reasons because this was courtesy of MAG TV. this is what Damian, I don't know if it was his wife or Damian himself, but that was the welcoming that they got. Dame time in Milwaukee. And he's got that trademark. It's Lillard time. That's what he does. And people are, check this out. This guy, let's see if I can back this up a little bit. Oh, wait, here it is. See, let me back that up a little bit here. Got a guy there. He knows that's Damian Lillard. He says, hey, it's Lillard time. He's filming them. They're making their way to the arena in Milwaukee. And some people are noticing it. And check out the crowd. Upon his arrival, I mean, that reception was pretty cool. And of course, there's Damian. He's getting out with his family, with his 3 children, and his entourage. So, and just in case if you guys are just chiming in, if you're not hearing any sound on the video that I'm sharing, it's because I muted it. But this is courtesy of Mag TV. So as you can see, it's like he's getting a good reception by the Milwaukee Bucks fans. So Bucks fans, you're getting a great guy. I mean, you guys seen him play. You've seen him doing his thing as a Blazer. Now he's going to do his thing as a Milwaukee Buck. And you just check just the reaction. And those looks like some Milwaukee players that are welcoming Damian to the team. And just him watching, it's just, that's just so cool to see. I'm so glad for him. I really am. Check out the Dame Time watch and his head picture of him, and he's just. I'm sure he would like to say high five to the people, but he's got his twins in his arms. He can't really do anything, so he's just waving at. He's just giving a head nod to the people, and just that is just so awesome to see. That so I'm just. It's so wonderful. It's just incredible, and I just such a great thing for him. Like I said, I'm very proud of what he's accomplished here as a Blazer. I'm very disappointed he could not make it to the get a ring that he so badly wanted a ring in Portland, and that was just they were so close. Like I said, I believe that it was back in 2017. Let me pull that up. Let me see. But again, that just blew me away that he. Oh, it was back in 2017 that they. Or, I mean, My mistake. 2019, they were in the Western Conference Finals, but like I said earlier, they had lost to Golden State. Golden State is a tremendous team with Curry, Thompson, and they had Kevin Durant that year as well. So they lost to the eventual world champions in the NBA. And so I just thought that was, you know, I'm hoping that he does well. And so a lot of people there was a lot of debate as to who was the Blazers best. A lot of people feel that, well, because Damian Lillard is the all-time leading scorer as a member of the Portland Trailblazers, and I can see that argument. Um, Other fans were thinking that it's Clyde Drexler as because he did make it to the championship 2 out of 3 years. But then there's also other people that claim that it was Bill Walton as the greatest because Bill Walton actually took the Blazers to the championship back in 1977 and they won. And I've been living long enough to know that I have seen all these things happen with these three great players. Of course, I saw Lillard back in 2019 in the conference finals. I got to see Clyde uh, in the NBA finals against Detroit and Chicago, which they lost. And I got to see Bill Walton play against Philadelphia back in 1977. They were down 0-2, and then they won 4 straight to win their first and only NBA title. So the debate is just very very heated because a lot of people are saying, well, Walton won the title for Portland. He's the greatest. Clyde went to the finals twice. He's the greatest. Damian is basically their all-time leading scorer and 3-point maker. He's the greatest. So you got a great argument. Me personally, I'm still sticking with Bill Walton, and let me just and I'm kind of in agreement with uh, there was the top 100 list of the greatest Blazers of all time. And here it is. It's like, okay, now this website is called blazersedge.com. It's an SB Nation art type. It's one of those where you have um, basically the team's favorite website for each player. And so they listed Damian Lillard at number 3. And then according to the Blazers Edge article, and let's see where, okay, so number 2, here it is, was Clyde Drexler. They had him. And so at the time of this article was written, it said no player has scored more points for the Portland Trailblazers, played more games or minutes. And of course, Damian Lillard passed Clyde Drexler last season or the season before as the all-time leading scorer. And like I said, I could flip personally. I could flip either Lillard or Drexler. But like I said, for me, I saw this guy play, and when he was healthy, Portland was unstoppable. He was perhaps their best center that they ever had. So Blazers Edge gave Bill Walton, because of the time that he won in Portland. Uh, and his career was short lived because he had some injuries. They were on their way to repeating the following season. Uh, but unfortunately, uh, he had injuries to his feet, and he was out for the season. And when he got back into the playoffs, he just wasn't himself. And it was just a bummer because they were well on their way. They still had the best record in the NBA the following season, but they lost in the first round. And that kind of ruined any hopes of a dynasty back in the 70s. So, again, but getting back to Damian Lillard, he just really made himself great. And so, you see if I can do this. So I just wanted to share some highlights of Damian Lillard. Oh, before I do that, so when I saw that breaking news, and then this here, the following day, General Manager Joe Cronin expressed his gratitude to Lillard and the other departing Blazers on their way out. So this was the official announcement of the Damian Lillard trade. And it said, so the Blazers general manager, he's building for the future. So this was the Blazers GM statement. He said, on behalf of the entire Portland Trail Blazer organization, I want to express my gratitude to Damian for 11 storied years with this franchise, for his loyalty to the Portland community, from becoming the all-time leading points scorer in franchise history to his dedicated commitment to youth across Oregon and the entire Pacific Northwest. Damian is and will remain a Titan and a true trailblazer to this city. I would also like to say thank Yusuf Nurkic for his devotion to Portland these past 7 seasons. A consummate professional on and off the court, Nurk has been a key leader for this team, and we appreciate his dedication and passion for this franchise, the city, and the fans. Thank you to Keon Johnson and Nasir Little for their contributions to the Trailblazers and Portland as well. We wish Dame, Nurk, Keon, and Nas much success going forward. And so this basically was the press release So that basically was the press release by the general manager for the Portland Trailblazers. And so, again, a lot of people are thinking, they're obviously, Portland is definitely building for the future. And I understand it. Okay. I get it. Okay. Damian Lillard was wanting to find pieces to help him try to win a ring in Portland, but sadly they just could not do it. And, this is, I got nothing against the Blazer management, but they just were going in a different direction, especially after this last draft when you could just tell that they were building for the future. And so they wanted Damian to be part of it, but he didn't want to rebuild again. He was at the age where he wanted to win. And so he requested a trade. Now, his first stop, he was wanting them to trade him to Miami. And they were going to try to make a deal for Miami. But sadly, that just did not happen because there's a couple players that Blazers wanted from the Heat, and Miami was not willing to give them to Portland in exchange for Damian. But Milwaukee, stepped up and they made the trade. But they had to get the Phoenix Suns involved because it's like Portland sent 3 players to Phoenix, and in order to send Damian to Milwaukee. Now a lot of people. Now there was a guy that was part of that deal that came to Portland, Drew Holiday. Now a lot of people, thought that he could fit with the organization, but he was at an age where he too he's around the same age as Damian. He had great defensive presence, and he helped Milwaukee win their title. So I think it was back in 21 that Milwaukee won their title. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments. But it's one of those things where, okay, but a lot of people were thinking that Drew Holiday was probably going to be on the chopping block. And so let me see if I can find that, because oh, come on. Let me see. Where is that? No, that's not there. Okay, so let me see. I don't think I have the clip. I don't think I have the stream up, or let's see. Anyways, this morning, Portland just traded Drew Holiday to Boston for a couple more players plus some more draft picks. So the point is that I didn't think that he was going to be with the Blazers. A lot of people thought that Drew Holiday was going to be on the trading block. And so Portland traded him this morning to Boston. But anyway, I just wanted to get in here to just share my thoughts. I was devastated, but I understood. As Blazers fans, we've been down that road before. Like I said, what happened with Clyde Drexler back in the mid 90s after their championship run. Clyde wanted to go back home. He was from Houston. He went to the University of Houston. He got to be reunited with his former Houston teammate in college, Akeem Olajuwon. So, like I said, he helped them win their second title back in the mid 90s. So Clyde got his ring, like I said earlier. So I'm hoping that Damian gets his ring. So when I wanted to share some highlights of some of the top plays of his career with Damian Lillard. So I'm gonna mute this for copyright. But some of these earlier plays, as you can see, these are him taking the ball to the basket. So he knows how to handle the basketball, and that the dude can fly. There's just that guy can just. He had an interesting all-star weekend one year. I believe it was his second year. He played in the rookies versus the sophomores challenge. He competed in the slam dunk contest. He competed in the 3-point contest. And then he played in the All-Star. So and then he also did what's called the skills challenge, in which he won. So again, he can just move. He knows. And one thing that's nice about Damian Lillard, check out the clock. That was left in the game, and that was a game winner. He knows how to hit the shots when it matters most. Check it again, right here. A 3 for the win. He gets it. And as a Blazer fan, I've seen this so many times. And this was just, the guy was perhaps the most clutch basketball player ever as a Blazer. I would say he is even more clutch than Clyde Drexler. Now, Clyde Drexler was a clutch player back in his time, but Lillard could really just look at this, just time running out, and he's hitting game-winning shot after game-winning shot. So, like I said, Milwaukee is going to get a great player who knows how to finish. Now, I actually agree with these. This, just as a precursor here, they're playing their series, the opening round series against Houston. They have not won a playoff series in like 5 or 6 years, or maybe 7 years, actually. They were down by 2. I'm going to back this up a little bit more. 9/10 of a second, and they needed a 3 to win the series, and they were ahead of the series. I believe it was, I can't remember if it was 2-1 or what. Let's see. Anyways, this was to win the series. I want 9/10 of a second, catch and release. Just again, and he's fading away. That's what was incredible about that shot. He caught it and he was fading away. Now again, they were tied against Oklahoma City, and they were ahead 3-1, but Oklahoma City was giving these guys a shot. And he was being defended by Paul George, who is known to be a pretty decent two-way player. And look how deep that is. And he was called Logo Lillard because those were the kinds of shots he would shoot. He would shoot from that half-court shot, and he just said, goodbye, Oklahoma City. So that guy was just incredible. And I just, I'm going to miss him as a fan. I'm definitely going to miss him. I wish he could have stayed in Portland, but unfortunately, management has other plans for the organization in moving forward. And we can just see some of the young players that they got. So So, oh wait. I think, okay, let me see here. Okay, let me do something here. I'm going to take this. I thought I had a couple of shots here of Damian Lillard. Let's see. Let me try something here. And go to my history. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So I'm going to try to open up a couple tabs here because there's a couple of videos that I really wanted to share. So give me one quick sec. I got them almost done here. Just give me a second, guys. And like I said, I wanted to I didn't know how to give my thoughts on this. Okay, so let me go back here. Give me one quick sec. Okay, I think I can do it now. Let me see. I wanted to share a couple of other moments of Damian Lillard here. So, okay. Okay, this is about a 2-minute. I'm going to go ahead and unmute this. So,
the Portland Trailblazers select.
So basically, when I watched this the other day, this was just like a thank you tribute to Damian. And so this is going to be my thank you to Damian as well.
Damian Lillard of Weber State University.
3 for the game.
Lillard for the win.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Blazers win the series for the first time in 14 years.
Oh, wow. 14 years.
This guy is the rookie of the year. Everyone here in Rip City loves that they have this special rookie talent.
Crowd rising to the feet. What a deep three.
Blazers win the series. A walk-off three from Lillard. Fly away, the Blazers win.
Everything that comes with being a student, it's a challenge, so I feel for y'all in that way because I experienced it. I feel like the position that I'm in my life as an athlete, it's only right that I give back and contribute to you guys bettering yourselves and furthering yourselves in your education.
The Portland Trailblazers are going to the conference finals for the first time since 2000.
I wasn't a highly touted middle school player, high school player, or college player. I had to do my work behind the scenes. I had to earn my way. And I didn't know that I was going to ever get the credit for it or ever get the results for it. So I know what it's like to be unknown and to, not have the lights on you. I don't forget those steps that it took for me to get here.
It's always been a priority for me to have an impact on youth communities that I've been in, just to leave things better off than they were when I became a part of them. Whether that's my neighborhood in Oakland, Ogden, Utah, or Portland. I just try to have a positive impact on all those places.
Pass Clyde Drexler for the all-time scoring mark in Blazers history.
The thing that means the most to me is that at the end of the day, people will be able to share my impact and share what I meant to them off the basketball court when I'm gone.
The great Bill Schonley. So again, just thank you, Damian, for everything you've done for the Blazers organization, for us as Blazers fans. This was just incredible. And, now I never got a chance to ever go to see a Blazer game with Lillard. I did get to see the Blazers with Clyde Drexler play. And, of course, I never got to see the Blazers when Bill Walton played. The top three Blazer greats in franchise history, in my opinion, if you ask me. Like I said, Walton, because he won the title, has the edge over Lillard and Drexler. But for me, I just want to, once again, say thank you. And so here this time I'm going to mute this one here, but this one here has 12 Damian Lillard moments, because when they said it's Lillard time, it means he was going to be getting a clutch shot. However, like I said, he was the most clutch Blazer ever. And to me, as great as Clyde was, and he had some closing shots of himself, but no one was more clutch for Portland like Damian Lillard. So let me just share this. See, check out the clock here. And so we're going to say each clock. And like I said, I'm muting this for copyright. So I'm going to turn on the closed captions. Go full screen. Oh, wait. Let me turn those captions off because captions are already in there. So again, this is, 12 Damian Lillard moments. And even he got to play against the great late Kobe Bryant. And even Kobe Bryant said he was special. So high praise from a great player. And again, this was him winning Rookie of the Year as a Blazer. Another game winner. That team was special. And that was very special because Portland had never won a playoff series. Like I said, like they said, in 14 years. I thought it was only 7. So I was like not even close. And again, the guy just, yep, Lillard time. About Dame time. Yes, sirree. Yep. All-time leading 3-point scorer. So like I said, I got this muted, but the captions are on so you guys can read it as I'm sharing. And this is just, again, not only can he shoot, but he can drive. And these are some of his what should I say? Career high times. I mean, 59 was his career high at that point. He did get more. And it's just he had multiple 50-point games. And again, this is another shot that won the series against Oklahoma City. And he says goodbye to them because their season was over. So, again, he had an epic game against Golden State in that playoff series, but it was all for naught because they lost to Golden State in their last appearance in their finals. Golden State was just too good, and so 61 points in the playoffs, just the highest playoff scorer for the Blazers in franchise history. And I think this is the one where he scored his career high 16 assists. Now, that's not the all-time assist leader because there's a couple other Blazers that have more assists than Damian did, but that's the most assists that he had in the game. He got selected to the top 75 all-time, all NBA team selection with a lot of the Blazer games, greats. And this is where he got his career high, 71 points. He said he was feeling it. I like that. Dame distance. Look at that. They call him Logo Lillard for a reason because he was shooting from nearly half court. Like, check that out. Check that out. From almost half court. So, yeah, 71 points. So, and that's like, let's see, Wilt Chamberlain had 100 points. Kobe Bryant had 81. That's like top 5 for Damian Lillard. So again, it's just the legacy that he has left with the Portland Trailblazers is just phenomenal. So again, I just have to just, we already did a thank you there was already a thank you video. Now I didn't have time to make a thank you video for Damian Lillard, so I thought just I would have to do this because let's see. Where is it? Now normally I give this to my the people I subscribe to, but hey, I've got to do this for Damian Lillard. So I got to give my appreciation for Damian Lillard. So this is my thank you to Damian Lillard.
This one's for you.
That's cool. You've taken your first step into a larger world.
You're awesome.
Outstanding.
Most impressive.
Good job, man.
You're awesome.
You're the best.
You, the man.
You're doing a good job, kid. Keep up the good work.
Good job, man.
You're badass.
Most impressive.
Thank you.
So once again, my thanks to Damian Lillard for everything that you've done for my team, the Portland Trailblazers. I hope you get a ring in Milwaukee next year. And I'll just say this, even though I don't live in the Portland area, there is a Milwaukee that is a suburb of Portland. So if you win a ring for Milwaukee, you, in a sense, will win a ring for Portland. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Please like this video so I can get more content out. Please subscribe to my channel. And once again, thank you very much.